What is going on, everybody? My name is Malik Prince, and November 10th is right around the corner. So you know what that means. The launch of the Xbox Series X, our fastest, most powerful console ever, and the Xbox Series S, our smallest Xbox ever, packed with next-gen performance. They're both right around the corner. Super exciting time. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk you through a full demo from top to bottom, unedited, to showcase the entire experience on a full retail unit, by the way, just like the one you get on launch. But of course, I can't do it alone, so with me from the Xbox engineering team, it is Harrison Hoffman. Harrison, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Malik?
I'm pumped. I'm excited. It's a new generation of games. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla on the horizon, Cyberpunk thing coming out. It's a great time to be a gamer.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get started in just a second, but just want a quick note that even though we're showcasing the Xbox Series X today, we also have the Xbox Series S here, and with both of these consoles, we're really talking about faster load times, higher frame rates, and richer, more dynamic worlds, and so you're gonna see that today. But Harrison, I'm a mind reader. I can tell the comments are gonna be, get into it already, so let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right, let's not keep them waiting. Let's turn this thing on.
Boom.
Here we go.
Again, exciting time for the team. So much work has gone into this. I bet you're pumped.
Oh yeah, I mean, the team's been working on these consoles for years at this point, so we're all just really excited for gamers all around the world to get their hands on it.
I love it, I love it. So first thing we notice when you turn on the console is home, of course. So let's walk through what's new here.
First thing here, the team has really spent a lot of time over the last year plus, really simplifying, optimizing, refining the experience on Xbox here to really make it one, simpler and more accessible for people who are new to Xbox who might not have ever had an Xbox console before, and then two, to make it a lot more powerful and useful for people who are those upgraders and those kind of loyal Xbox gamers. So when I land here on home, really the intention of home is to give you quick access to the games that you were playing recently, as well as give you easy ways to discover new games to play. Yeah,
and I'd be remiss if I didn't call out these sick dynamic backgrounds that I see going on here. What's up with that?
For sure. So this is exclusive to Xbox Series X and S. These are our new dynamic backgrounds here. We have one for each color that you can pick on the system, and we're hoping to add more in the future too.
Love that. Looking forward to that. So obviously launch day, people are probably going to want to play a game or two on their console. So what do you want to play first? Let's jump into something.
Yeah, let's just dive straight into Gears 5 here. I think that's a good place to start.
Very good choice. Very good choice.
And the big reason why I wanted to start with this game here, this is obviously a game from the Xbox One generation, and it was really like a visual showcase at the time. Really stunning game. And the Coalition has done a lot of great work to really make this game shine on Xbox Series X and S. So they've gone and done all the optimization work for it. We see this game now running at a beautiful 4K 60 here in the campaign, and it's just looking better than ever before. One thing to really call your attention to here are the detail of the textures, and that's because we are actually using the same textures that we use in the PC version of Gears 5 when it's running under Ultra settings, and that's something that we couldn't do before on Xbox One X, but now we're able to do on Xbox Series X. So it's really great to see the game just looking phenomenal here.
And in versus multiplayer, that frame rate's going all the way up to 120, right?
So that was actually one of the first things that I did when I got access to this version of Gears, and I fired up the versus multiplayer just to see what the 120 frames per second really feels like. And I think a lot of people can really relate to that jump from 30 to 60 and really being able to feel the difference there. And then going from 60 to 120, it just feels like incredibly smooth. It's kind of like a gameplay experience like I've never had before, honestly.
Nice. Well, I just upgraded my TV, so I'm excited to check that out. All right, so maybe you're playing Gears and you want to check in what your friends are up to, or maybe start a party. So let's check out the guide. What's going on here? Yeah,
so all I have to do here is just hit the Xbox button, and it just pulls up the guide. And you can just think of this as our sort of over game menu. So it's going to come up over the top of any game that you're playing on the system here, and gives you quick access to those things that you might want to do while you're actually playing a game. So being able to quickly switch between your games and apps, check out your notifications, take a look at your friends list, your party chats, your messages, your achievements, and really just having all that at your fingertips without disrupting the game at all.
I love it. Let's hit up another game. What do you want to play?
Well, I think we've got to dive into Dirt 5 next.
Let's do it. Dirt 5. I'm excited for this.
For
this
sure.
Is a very beautiful game.
For sure. First thing that I want to call your attention to as we're transitioning here is this little quick resume icon at the top. And this is a brand new feature that we have for Series X and S. And what quick resume does is it allows you to instantly pick up where you left off across multiple games in the system. So, if you're like me, like I'm playing, 3 or 4 games probably at a time. Maybe some I'm playing with my friends, some's maybe like a more serious game I'm playing by myself. Maybe there's kind of a more casual game I like to jump into occasionally. And I can have all those games like hot and ready to play here. So And just quick resuming into Dirt 5, like I'm just right back here in the middle of the race, and everything's just looking phenomenal.
Yeah, I feel like a broken record, but this is stunning. When you get a console on launch, I feel like racing games do such a great job of showcasing it, and you see like the cars, the reflections, the dirt. Let's name the game. Flying everywhere. It's just a really cool showcase of next gen. But of course, we've talked about this game being on Series X and Series S. Let's go back in time. Big focus of Xbox has been compatibility. So let's showcase a back compat game. What do you want to showcase?
So let me pop up in the guide again. Let's just jump over to Subnautica, which is a great game from Xbox One as well. And one thing you're going to notice as soon as we quick resume back over to this game is that these colors in this game are looking better than they've ever looked before. So let me just dive into the water here. And that's actually all thanks to a new feature that we have, a platform level feature called Auto HDR. And this does exactly what it sounds like, and it adds HDR to games that have never had it before, which is like a crazy impressive feature. And even games for the Xbox 360, for the original Xbox, you can go play Fusion Frenzy, which was a launch day game on the original Xbox in HDR, and it's just really kind of breathing new life into these games, and these fantastic classic games on Xbox.
Fusion Frenzy, one of the first game that I ever played on Xbox. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to jump in, and that's what we've kind of been talking about, thousands of games across 4 generations. Okay, cool, so I'm looking at this game, this is pretty awesome, and I also been checking out that controller. Familiar, but I know a few tweaks to make it even better, right?
Yeah, for sure. So this is the brand new Xbox wireless controller. So this is going to come with your Xbox Series X or S when you get it. It's also obviously available to purchase separately, and there's a few things that you're going to notice when you get this controller. The first thing is that it feels really, really comfortable in your hands. So we've taken everything that we've learned from making the Xbox One controller, listening to fans and feedback, doing a lot of testing with real people all around the world, and we've actually slightly improved the ergonomics of this controller and made it just like ever so slightly smaller, so that it feels even more comfortable in more people's hand sizes, which is awesome, and really kind of making gaming more accessible to more people, which we love doing for sure.
Love that. So the D-pad, I know, inspired by the Elite Series 2.
Yeah.
You got textured grips and on the triggers and bumpers. That's pretty cool. But I know one thing that I love to do is share my experiences in the games, even if they're terrible, like they usually are in multiplayer games. But I know it's quicker than ever to share directly from the Xbox wireless controller, right?
Yeah, for sure. So right here on the controller, we have a new button, and it's called the share button, and it's super useful. All I have to do is just tap it once to capture a screenshot, or press and hold it to capture a game clip. And what this really does is let me keep my focus on the game. So when something awesome happens and I'm like totally freaking out and I need to actually capture that clip, I don't have to take my attention away from the game. I don't have to go into some other menu. I just hit that share button right there and it's automatically captured.
Nice. And we've been talking about speed a lot. Not only is it faster than ever to actually take a clip or a screenshot, but also now it's faster to actually share it to your friends on social media, right?
Yeah, for sure. So when it comes time to share it, I really just go to my phone, I break up my phone. So once I've captured that clip, it automatically gets uploaded to Xbox Live and is available for sharing. I'll get a notification right here on my phone that says, hey, you got a new screenshot that's ready to share. And then I can just share that out to any of my friends or networks that my phone knows about. Like the phone is kind of like the ultimate sharing tool. Like it knows about all the different places that I want to share. So really, I love that we're kind of making this whole process seamless and completing that here.
Nice. And then in that Xbox app, I know there's new features that's been redesigned. Walk us through that.
This is the new Xbox mobile app, and we've actually totally rebuilt this app from the ground up in anticipation of the Series X and S launch. So this is actually the app that you're going to use to set up your new console on day one. You're going to be able to use it to log in your Microsoft account, put in your Wi-Fi password, set up all your settings while your console's taking that day one update. And then after that, your console is really like just linked directly to your phone. So now I can just interact with my console right from my phone. So if I'm out anywhere in the world and I get really inspired about a particular game that I want to go check out, I can go and search for it right here and remotely download it to my console. So when I get home, it's all ready to play. Also, if I don't, if I just can't wait until I get home to play and I really need to get some gaming in, we also have a brand new feature called Remote Play, which is awesome. And basically, this lets you be able to remotely play any game that's installed on my console here via the Xbox app. And all I have to do is just connect my Xbox wireless controller up to my phone, and then I'm just up and playing right here.
I love that. So your experience with the Xbox doesn't end with the TV and the console. It extends to your phone, and that is pretty dope. Okay, so let's find more games. I know Xbox Game Pass is is a great way to discover your next favorite game. And directly from home, we actually have content blocks, and Xbox Game Pass is one of them. So let's talk about that.
So as I was saying earlier, really one of the things that we want the dashboard and home to be able to do is to help you find that next thing to play, help you find that next game. So when you're kind of going around looking for inspiration and you're browsing around the dashboard, Game Pass is a big part of that, and we've really built that into the experience. And when I go down from the top of home here, you can see the Game Pass block, and you can check out all of our featured titles, what's been added to the Game Pass catalog recently. When I click into it, you sort of get the full experience and get to look at the full breadth of the catalog here. Be able to go in here, check out the details about one of these games, be able to kick it off for an install if it's looking cool.
Nice. And of course, on November 10th, we have a huge addition to Xbox Game Pass, right?
Yeah, on November 10th, launch day for these consoles, we are adding EA Play to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you access to all those games that are in the EA Play catalog, all the games, all the trials, and you can just play them right here if you have Ultimate.
Does that give me access to Titanfall 2?
It will give you access to Titanfall 2.
Harrison, you just made my day. I'm super excited. So of course, if a game is not in Xbox Game Pass, and you just want to purchase it, then you go over to the Xbox Store, which I hear has been redesigned. Of course, speed.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll just pop right into the store here, and the first thing that we really focus on with the new store is speed and performance. And we wanted to make sure that it is as fast as possible for you to get into the store and to be able to search for games and find something that you want to play. So you saw how fast that launched. You can see as we're sort of going around here how quick the user interface is to navigate here. If I want to check out more details about a game, maybe I want to see Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I can click into it, check out the details page here, see trailers, information about the game, and kind of everything that I need to decide whether or not I want to buy it.
Nice, and of course that speed also translates to the download speeds, which I hear are improved on both the consoles.
Yeah, we have brand new advanced networking hardware in both of these consoles that lets us take more full advantage of your home internet connection when you're downloading games. So you're kind of not going to be bumping up against those kind of hardware restricted caps anymore on those downloads, and we'll be able to kind of more fully take advantage of that connection and get you those games faster than ever.
That is dope. And of course, to see all your games, you would head over to My Games and Apps, which I know has improvements on displaying the games, but also on showcasing where those games came from, right?
Yeah, definitely. So if I dive into My Games and Apps, this is really where I go to see all the games that are installed on my console, as well as kind of see the games that I have access to as well. So just sort of coming into here, these are all the games that I have installed here. You can see kind of how fast all this is loading. You'll also notice that we have some badges on some of these tiles here that tell you which subscription these games are coming from. So you see Burnout Paradise Remastered coming from EA Play, Doom Eternal, as well as The Outer Worlds coming from Game Pass. And it's just really nice to be able to scroll through here and just kind of see exactly where everything's coming from.
Yep, and all of those services obviously bring in more games than ever, and you may need a little bit of extra space. So Little Birdie told me that you have one of those new Seagate storage expansions with you.
I do.
There it is.
Right here. So this is the Seagate 1 terabyte storage expansion card, and I mean this thing is really just like a marvel of engineering. The first time that I saw this, I was just totally blown away. So full terabyte of storage right in here. It plugs directly into the back of the console, and this storage is actually just as fast as our crazy fast NVMe SSD that we have inside the console. So that means that you're going to get those same load times. You're going to get quick resume. You're going to get to be able to play Xbox Series X and S games directly off of this drive.
But then also there's an option if maybe you need to store more games with the regular USB, right?
Yeah, for sure. So especially if you're looking to play backwards compatible games like Xbox One, Xbox 360, or original Xbox games, you can just plug in a USB hard drive like you do today and play any of those games off of here, and then save your kind of faster SSD storage for those next gen games.
I love that. Now that's the first time that I'm seeing it, and again, you were right. It is a marvel of engineering. Do you mind if I do the honors and plug it in?
Absolutely. There you go.
God, okay, here we go. Here we go, everybody. I am, boom. Look at that.
All right.
I did it, and that was fast. There you go. Again, we've been talking about speed this entire time, and almost every part of this experience is that. And so, Harrison, this has been fantastic. Thank you for walking us through this entire demo. And again, on November 10th, you're gonna get Xbox Series X and Series S. We're really focusing, we've been talking about it, higher frame rates, faster load times, and richer, more dynamic worlds, and thousands of games across generation, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla as a new game and Cyberpunk later on. I'm super excited to play. This has been great, Harrison. Let's just go back and play some dirt, though.
All right, let's do it.